Hi everyone, this is CS Shilpi Periwal, a qualified company secretary, but a teacher by passion and profession. So today I am making this video for tips on how to handle your Viva in the CSEET, CS Executive Entrance Test. As you all know, there is a 30 marks Viva for your exams. This video is for tips on how you can ace it. First, I had thought that I'll do a post about it, but when I conducted a poll, around 59 of you wanted me to do a video, while 12 of you wanted a written post. So I'll be doing both. Now coming to Viva, see, this Viva is going to be judged by artificial intelligence. There is not going to be a human teacher in front of you judging it. So be comfortable with this fact, okay? Now, the first part of your Viva is going to be listening skills. Like for example, you'll hear an audio clip and then you will be asked questions on that audio clip. It would be mostly in the form of a dialogue or a monologue. Monologue is when one of the persons is speaking and dialogue is when two people are conversing. So you will hear that audio clip and then you will be asked questions. Be very, very careful because that audio clip is going to be played only once. Okay? The questions, then you have to attempt it. One important thing is that these audio clips are mostly in accented English. Okay? If you're anyone like me who's not comfortable with various accents, because I do not watch Hollywood movies a lot or any English series a lot. So this tip is going to be helpful for you because you need to start watching a little bit of English movies or English serials in case you are not doing so, to get comfortable with their accent, because most of these audio clips is not in Indian accent. Okay. So once you hear this audio clip, then you have to attempt the questions. So you have to be very alert. The two important things is you have to be extremely alert while listening to the audio and you need to be comfortable with their accent, right? Now, after listening skills, the second thing which you will be judged on is going to be writing skills. So it could be something like they give you a passage which you need to correct. You need to write a few sentences about a certain topic which they give you. It could be an essay writing. So those kind of things. So you need to be comfortable with writing also. Third thing is going to be your speaking skills. They are going to ask a few questions and you need to answer those. Most of the expected questions is going to be something like, what is your strength and weakness? Why did you choose the CS course? What do you think is the role of the company secretary in a company? Where do you see yourself 5 years, 10 years? What would you want to do after you finish your CS course? What do you think is the situation of the Indian economy right now? What do you think it would be after COVID? Okay, so there could be certain questions with regards to pre-COVID and post-COVID things also. So you need to be very confident in answering those. Your language, your pronunciations would play a little bit of a role. So just, don't take too much of stress on it, but try to converse in small, simple sentences. Now, I'm going to share the screen with you and tell you how we can do all these things. Okay. So first thing is, see, the ICSI website asks you to read newspapers. They're asking you to read newspapers like Times of India, Business News, Statesman, etc. But I understand it's difficult for you people to read so many newspapers on a daily basis. So my pro tip from my end, what I feel you can do is that download a news app on your mobile and follow those news. It's very important. Whenever you see catchy headlines, which you feel is important, go through the news. And second is also go through on the ICSI website, when you go through CSEET link on that, there are a few magazines, there are a few things which they've uploaded. Okay, there are two Chartered Secretary magazines for CSEET itself, which they have uploaded. Go through that properly on what are the latest current affairs which you could be asked questions on. Then second thing is you need to follow English news channel. Why I'm saying English news channel? Because you need to understand how the people who are presenting the news are talking, how they are sequencing the events and explaining it. because sometimes you would be listening to something and then you have to give your own inferences on it, as in, you know, you have to derive conclusion and then speak about it maybe, or write about it. So please follow a little bit of English news channels. Third tip is practice speaking in front of a mirror. This is a very, very important tip, guys. Even I have done it a lot before appearing for interviews. Stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself while you're answering questions, or 5 minutes you're speaking. You know, just take up any topic and have imaginary conversations. Stand in front of the mirror and converse why you want to become a CS, what changes you want to do in a company, what are the things that you would do as a company secretary in a company. So those are the things which you need to converse in. Stand in front of the mirror and practice it. You yourself can check so many things about you when you stand in front of the mirror. Okay, you will yourself understand your body language is not proper, your pronunciation is not there, your eye contact is not proper. You yourself can correct all these things. Then the fourth thing is listen to conversations or dialogues and try to sequence your thoughts to present your answers. Okay, so in this, what you can do is listen to a few audio clips or listen to a few podcasts. There are a lot of good podcasts out there. So listen to those podcasts and then think on how any question could be asked. How would you answer it? So this practice will help you ace this exam, because you get comfortable with the accent. You get alert in listening to the conversation and being able to answer it back when something is asked on it. So this is again a very important thing. Now you need to improvise your listening skills, your grammar, vocabulary, writing skills, as well as speaking skills. Why grammar and vocabulary? Sometimes when they give you any dialogue, they can ask you the meaning of something. Okay, so your vocabulary has to be very strong. Whenever you listen to any English podcast, or when you listen to the news channels, or when you read the news on the apps, any word that you come across, just Google it and try to find out the meaning of that word, the dictionary meaning of that word. If you want, it's very helpful that you can download the dictionary app itself on your mobile and keep finding out the meaning of various words. This practice is going to make sure that you have an amazing, impeccable English vocabulary. We are not trying to be Shashi Tharoors over here, but yes, a good vocabulary always helps. So these are the few things which I want you to do to make sure that you ace this Viva. Now I will just play a small audio clip for you through one of the videos. Let's see if you can. Answer this. Okay. One second. Yeah. So this is one of the audio clip tests which is there available.
China, and we bunch of specialist cycle tracks.
Is the trade with cars on the road. Now, my biggest problem.
Sorry. Yeah. Let's listen to this right now. Listen to this very carefully.
Hi there. Amy and I are going to talk about Beijing today. It's the capital city of China, and we both love it, but for different reasons.
That's true, Lee. Like all cities, Beijing has good and bad points. My biggest problem, I think, is the traffic. It seems as if the number of cars on the roads has increased so much recently, and that makes the city very noisy and dangerous for cyclists.
It doesn't put me off riding my bike, though. You just have to remember not to hesitate or slow down too much, or you'll lose your confidence. You have to pedal fast and use the cycle paths when you can. We're lucky. Beijing has loads of specialist cycle tracks, and some of them are as wide as motorway lanes. You don't get anything like that in England.
We need them, though. My mum sent me a newspaper article about cycling in Beijing. It said that 1/4 of the population own a bike. That's 3 million out of 12 million. It's amazing.
Okay, so we'll stop it over here. Now, you have to listen to this conversation really carefully because some of the options which they ask could be really close to each other. So the first question that is there on your screen is, Amy thinks that the roads in Beijing are unsafe for cyclists, very wide, very bad, less busy than in the past. What do you think is the correct answer? Yes, you're right. It's unsafe for cyclists. If you go back to the clip, in case you're confused, go back to this video and listen to the clip once again. However, in the exam, the clip would be played only once. So the answer is unsafe for cyclists. The second question is, Lee advises people to slow down on bicycles, use cycle paths, not cycle too much, cycle on the motorways. You're right, this one is the easy one. Use cycle paths because this was more or less direct. Now the third question is extremely tricky. The number of people who owns bicycles in Beijing is 250,000, 3 million, 9 million or 12 million. If you remember, Amy mentioned that it is a quarter of the population. Now, the moment you see the word quarter, you would think that the answer is 250,000. However, the answer is 3 million because she later on says that it is the quarter of the population which is equal to approximately 3 million. So this could be a tricky question. Hence, 2 points. Listen to it really, really carefully. Second thing is be comfortable with the accent. Okay. So this is all for today's Viva session. I hope it was useful to all of you. If you want any more audio clips or any more interview sessions kind of a thing where you could send me videos and we could find out where your problems are lying. In case you want anything of that sort, please drop down in the comment box and we'll be more than happy to help. Thank you so much.